Hey, I'm going to start with setting spray and a damp perfector sponge, and basically what I'm going to do today is show you all how to do a general hack, which stands for highlight and contour, and basically the basics of those four colors, applying those, and then all the extra things that I do to give a full makeup look on your face. Here we've got Stay Spray. This has been recently repackaged. If you have dry skin, I suggest starting with a moisturizer. I have oily skin, so I'm going to start with just a primer setting spray, which I'm just using Stay Spray today on my face. If you have a good primer that you love and you have oily skin, please share below what you use and love. I would love to know. All right, so we're just setting the skin with some primer. And make sure if you're using a primer and you do have oily skin, because you're using a cream makeup, be sure that it doesn't have any silicone in it, because silicone and cream makeups just do not blend together very well. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to start with contour. We're gonna contour our face. This is the compact I'm using today that I put together for us. And that's the main, all the creams, that's your main foundation, 4 colors. And then these are some extra colors. We've got some eyeshadows here, a bronzer and an illuminator, which I'll be showing you as well. So we're gonna go in with the Detail Hack brush. You can use any of our brushes. For this, we're gonna draw on the 4 lines. So the first line starts right here, down the jawline. And I'm actually running out of my contour colors, so I'll have to really dig in there for this. This contour lasts a long, long time. All right, so there's line 1, okay? Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna draw line 2. I need some more contour. Indigo is the color that I love to use, and you can tell it's like almost gone here. So there's my second line. I'm gonna draw on that a little bit thicker. Okay, so we've got this line, and I'm not blending anything in until the end, so you can see where everything's placed. We're gonna go in with the contour again, and we're gonna find our cheekbone. Here's where my cheekbone is. I'm gonna draw a line from the tip of the ear where it connects to the face over down the cheekbone. Now, if you have a wider face that you want to slim down, we want to draw the line straight down. If we have a face we want to add some definition to, then we want to draw it right along the edge and then hook it at the end. For the purposes of this video and for what I do daily, is I like to thin. So I'm going to start here at the base of the ear, find my cheekbone, and draw a line from temple down to about where the eye starts on both sides. Find cheekbone. And with these cream foundations, if you make a mistake or you get one higher than the other, it's really easy to fix. So no worries about that. I'm just gonna go in and make that a little bit darker, that line. Okay, so we've got contour on both sides. 1 line, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm gonna go in for a little extra. I'm gonna go right under the lip. And I'm also going to contour the nose. So we want to start here, and we want to go down the tips of both sides of the nose. You want to make that line in the center as narrow as you can, and we want to contour the base of the nose there, okay? So just a little extra contour. Okay, so this would be step one. So all of this makeup you can layer on. So this would be layer one, and this contour does provide coverage. So we don't need to put anything else over the contour. We can begin with step two. Step two, I'm going to take the Buffy brush. This is our brush that gives full coverage foundation, or gives full coverage finish. Okay, so we're gonna go in with it. Contour now, we're going in with the highlight color. This is my main highlight color, so I'm gonna go in with that smaller end of the brush, and I'm going to place the highlight color everywhere that the contour isn't. And like I said, I'm not blending yet, so this is gonna look really funky until the end. Okay, so we've got highlight color on. I'm gonna go in, I pretty much covered the rest of my face with the main highlight color. What I'm gonna go in and do now is I'm going to add that brighter highlight color just to the inner parts of my eye, right here for brightening. Okay, and then also what I'm gonna do is whatever is left on the brush, I'm gonna go down the nose, center of the face, basically down the whole center of the face, and there we go. So now to finish this look, I actually did blend a little bit, but you can still see where I've placed everything. So we've got the brightener going down the center, that's step three. Step four is just the blush, boom, boom, right on the cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with this Best Blend Forever BFF, we call it, brush, and I'm just gonna put the blush on the cheek on both sides. This is Sandstone, if you're wondering the color. Okay, so we've got the blush placed. And don't worry if you get a little blush in a little high, because we can go in and perfect that too. Okay, so there we go. We've got all the steps. This is the basic hack with 4 colors. You can do a basic hack with 3 colors, and that would just not include that extra brightener that I added. So those are the 4 colors that I've used on my face. Okay, so if you have any questions, post below. I'm gonna go in and blend this out first. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the larger end of the brush. Actually, I'm gonna start on the darker contour areas. And if you blend, or if as you're pressing and blending, you wanna make sure that on the contour, you're brushing up, if you're brushing at all. And we can go in and perfect that here shortly. We're just gonna, everything is gonna get brushed up. Okay. I'm a little crazy on the blush. Well, at least you can see it, right? All right, finish with the contour. This I'm gonna stipple because I want to make sure that the line that I placed there stays there. I don't wanna really move that line too much, so I'm just gonna try and tap that. Okay, and then down here we're gonna blend down. Okay, So we've got all blended except for the lightest part. I'm gonna go back in with that smaller end of the brush and just tap it. And if you get the blush too high, you can go back in with that lighter highlight color or just this main highlight color, whichever you prefer. Since I didn't go really low on that brighter highlight color, I'm just gonna go back in with this main highlight color and just kind of get that blush a little lower there, okay? So that's it. So I blended everything out. Everything is blended. Now what I want to do is I want to raise this line just a little bit because I went a little lower than I wanted to. So I'm going to go in with that main highlight color, and I'm just going to clear up or make that line a little more crisp on both sides. So you can tell this side's much lower. And then you can blend our tap. Okay, so that's the overall look with the 4 colors. You can stop here or you can keep going. I'm going to keep going and show you what I would continue to do with this look. So I'm going to go in with the B Squared bronzer blush brush it's now called. I'm going to go in with the color Bella bronzer, and I'm going to add a little bit. I love the glow Bella gives, and I like to add it where the sun would hit naturally. I don't try to go too far into the center of my forehead, but just on the outer areas. I like to kind of go over the blush a little bit on both sides. And I like to swirl a little on my chin. You can do a little on your nose if you want. And then I like to add a little extra color down here and down the neck if you want to add a little bit of glow down there as well. I've actually been out in the sun recently, so I've got good color down here. But that is with Bella. You can see how it really brightens and gives you that pretty glow. All right, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the illuminator, and I've got, this is rose gold, so I'm gonna go in with the illuminator and the BBF brush, and that's the same brush I used for blush. I'm gonna go in with this color, and I'm gonna add the illuminator to my high cheekbone. And I'm also going to add it. I love the cream illuminators. They're so light and pretty, and they're so pretty out in the sun. All right, then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take the smaller end of that brush. I'm gonna add a little to my nose and a little right to my Cupid's bow. Give that glow. You can also add it to the brow bone if you want. It's always a pretty place. You can also add it in the inner eye if you want, right there where you did that brightener. Like I said, this is totally optional. I'm just doing all the things so you can see where everything is applied and how I apply it. The indigo, which was the contour color that I used, I'm gonna go in with a multitasker brush, and I'm gonna draw a line with that indigo to give my lips a good line. And basically what I do when I use contour on my lips, I go a little above the lip line, just a little bit. And then I like to blend with my finger and make sure it all blends in toward the lips and not away. I'll show you what I mean. We want to make sure that that line is like a shadow, and you can't see an actual line. So I'm just blending everything in. and down. Okay, so there's the base with the liner. I'm gonna go in with this color, which I used on my lip, and I'm actually just gonna use my finger. And this is Sandstone. So you can do this with any color, obviously. If you want to use the liner that's in your compact, since all your makeup's in this one compact, you can just use what's here. You know, you can use that for your brows as well, which I do a lot of times. You can also use that for lip liner, contour, and then you can use whatever blush color on your lips as well. If you want to give that the lip a little pop, you can go in with your highlight color. I like to grab the lighter shade. So like if you have Linen or Aura, any of those lighter highlight colors, they look really pretty in the center of the lip just to give it that extra pop. Okay, and then after that, spray here. I didn't bring my eyeshadow primer, so we're just trying to use the least amount of product, so just put a little bit of Stay Spray on my sponge, and I'm just gonna go in and get that set for the lids. I'm gonna go in with this brush, and I am going to grab, take the smaller, actually no, I'm gonna take this larger end, which is Zion, and I'm going to put this in the crease of the lid. And I'm gonna go a little above the crease just because I have hooded eyes and I want that color to really pop. When I've got my eyes open, I want you to be able to see that color. Now we're gonna go in with Unicorn, and we're gonna use the pointy end of the blend and tap brush. We're gonna go in with Unicorn, this really pretty white. It's got a really nice shimmer to it. I'm gonna go on the brow bone with Unicorn. I love going up right under the arch with a bright, shiny color because it accentuates that arch and makes your brow look even more shaped. So Unicorn's a great color for that. Another great color for that is Sabrina. I know you guys know Sabrina because I always wear it. Sabrina is not as bright of white. It's more of a cupcakey, pretty pale off-white. This one's a little more bright and stands out. So once I put the Unicorn on the brow bone, I'm gonna go in with Unicorn again. And I'm gonna place that in the center of both of my eyes to really give it a pretty pop of color and brightness in that center area. All right, next I'm gonna go back to the larger end of the brush and I'm going to grab this color Bright Eyes. It's this really pretty shimmer gold. And I'm just going to put that on the inner to center of the eyelid, blending up and in, just to the center. Of the lid, inner to center. All right, so you can see that there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the pointed end of this brush, and I'm gonna grab into this color, which is, I didn't write this down. This color is Trust. So we're gonna go in with Trust. And we're gonna go into the outer edge, and we're going to, this is a really dark color, and you wanna make sure that you're just tapping and getting it on the outer edge. We want to make sure that we don't make this look muddy because it's so dark. And we want to make sure we keep it in that area that we're placing it only. Okay, same thing with the other side. Outer corner. I love this technique because it's so easy, and I'm not the best at applying eyeshadow. I'm getting better with practice, but I feel like this is a really doable look for anyone, and all you need is 4 colors. Okay, so we've got it on the edges, you can see. Now whatever's left on the brush, I like to take that and slightly add just to the outer edge of the bottom lid. Whatever's left, we're not grabbing for more, just whatever's left on the brush, we're going in and placing it on that lower lash line. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is my favorite eyeshadow brush. This is just gonna blend the look, and we're gonna start where the dark corner is, and we're just gonna lightly blend to get this look to blend nicely together. Same thing on the other side. Lightly blending. Can always blend up with these shadows. If you want, you can even take that lighter color, which was Zion, and you can dust that in that center part under the lid, which is always really pretty with the large end of the brush. That really completes the look, I think. I really like that on the lower lid. So to finish up this look, because it is Florida, and let's face it, it's really freaking hot, I like to finish with 2 colors. This is Vanilla Dust, and I like to put this under the eye, and if you do have mature skin, I would probably skip this step and just stop here, okay? But if you don't have mature skin and you're trying to set your makeup, or you want that powdery matte finish, you can go in with these colors. I like to use the Power Powder brush for this, and that light fluffy end of the brush. Because I am out of the Vanilla Dust, I'm going to go in with just a finishing powder that I already have. Make sure that you tap off any excess powder, but I like to lightly tap and go into those areas that during the day tend to get super oily, because I have oily skin naturally, always have had. So I'm just going to lightly tap all those areas that tend to get oily. And then anywhere that I didn't put this powder, I'm gonna go in with Cayman bronzer, which is in my compact with everything else. And I'm going to lightly dust that all over the rest of my face. Larger end of the bronzer blush brush. And I'm just gonna go in with this color, Cayman bronzer, our powdered bronzer. And to finish off the look, I'm going to set the rest of my face with this powder bronzer. Okay, and that's it. And this is 1 layer of makeup minus the setting powder. 1 layer of makeup, giving you dimension and shape to your face, versus just taking a cream or a regular foundation, 1 color, and just slapping it all over your face and rubbing it in. You're not going to get the dimension that this makeup can give you. So, and everything is in 1 compact, and you've got double layers, triple layers, whatever you want, different sizes, depending on how many colors you're wanting, and for every 4 colors you get to upgrade compacts. So that's really cool. These do come free with your purchase. For every 4 that you buy, you upgrade. They actually have a triple decker compact now, which I actually just placed an order for, so I'm excited to show you all that. But it's literally a longer version of this with 3 instead of 2. But I love placing the creams on the top and all of the powders on the bottom, so that you have everything separated in case it were to drop or something. You're not gonna get that, you're not gonna get the powders in with the creams. So, but that's it, y'all. That is it. And if I wanted to go back over it and set it again with my Perfector sponge, I totally could, but I'm not gonna, because I feel like this is good. So, if you have any questions, feel free to post below. I hope you liked this look today, and if you have any requests for other looks, other colors, eyeshadow colors, let me know. Y'all have a nice day.